Hey everybody, we're back for another week of Run Talk with Todd. Today was day 178 on my run streak. Really excited about that. It's been a really good last 10, 11 days. Actually last week, just to kind of recap, had a good first few days of the week. I actually went to Sedona on a little mini vacation. If you ever get out there, it's beautiful. Really great trail running. I got a couple really good runs in when I was out there, which was awesome. Came back and we actually had, here in San Diego, where we're based, we had Corporate Desk, which is a yearly 5K that we do for corporations. We don't put it on, but another kind of friend of ours here in the running industry in San Diego puts it on, and it was a great time. We had a ton of our employees out there, and got to follow up a good 5K with some beers and some good socializing. So really good running week over the last week, 10 days or so. So really excited. Today we're going to be talking about, based on a question that we got or some feedback we got off of one of the last videos, how to how to fuel properly for the marathon. And I definitely have some of my own thoughts and some things that have worked really well for me that I can share with you. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So fueling properly for the marathon, or how to fuel for the marathon, what to eat, what to use. I've got 3 tips that I think have helped me a lot and hopefully will help you as well. So tip number 1 is eat. And when I say eat, what I mean is that morning of race day, you wake up, you've got, race start at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. Get up early. So instead of, let's say, waking up at 4 a.m. for a 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. start, get up even 30 minutes to an hour early so that you can actually eat. Eat a bagel with peanut butter, eat toast, eat eggs. When I go really long, so if I'm going 30 miles plus, the thing I really like to eat, which is kind of weird, is top ramen. I'll actually make top ramen early in the morning and have that because of the sodium that I'm getting. So I'm getting carbs and sodium with that. But eat. There's so many people, and I've seen it happen so many times during a marathon, especially in the later stages of the marathon, especially for those of you that might be going a little bit slower, so you're going to be out there a bit longer. That you don't eat before the race, don't eat enough for sure, so you're calorie deficient by mile 15, 20, and it just becomes a total struggle. Get those calories in before you even start, and you'll certainly set yourself up better for the second half of the race. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, we talked a little bit about this last week or maybe the week before. Find out what's going to be on course and try it before race day. So get out there, get on the race website. Most races, especially most marathons, will have what they're going to have on course. So they'll have it listed, what brand it is, maybe even what flavors they're going to be using. Go to your local run store, come to Roadrunner Sports, buy a few samples, get a few things that they're going to have out on course and try them. If they don't agree with you, okay, great. You can create a different plan for race day where you're going to carry your own stuff. But make sure you try it before race day, before you're just out there and just grabbing, what's on the course and, kind of losing it because your stomach doesn't agree with whatever's out there. I do have a couple things that I personally like that I wanted to show today. So a few things that I use. Number 1, Noon. If you haven't used Noon, it's a tablet. You just drop it into water, and it has electrolytes in it. It's going to give you some potassium. Really good. The flavor is fine. It's not like overly flavorful, but it tastes good. And so it's something that you drink. Again, drop it in water. I prefer, when I run a marathon, to actually carry a handheld with me, a handheld water bottle, so I don't have to rely on the aid stations. So it's very easy to twist the top off, drop a Noon in, and usually for a marathon, what I would do is carry something like this in like a Ziploc baggie, tuck it into my shorts or a pocket, and it's really easy just to pull out real quick, grab a tab, drop it in the water, close back up, and you're good to go. And very easy to test with as well. Secondly, 2 brands that I like, and I like these flavors. Cliff Shot, the chocolate cherry with caffeine. I like caffeine. I'm a caffeine guy, so the more caffeine, the better for me generally. And then Goo Roctane. This is the blueberry pomegranate flavor. This also has caffeine in it. These are 2 that I like. But again, depending on what you like texture-wise, flavor-wise, I would go buy a lot of different single units of these, test, see what you like, and these again are very easy to carry on the run during a marathon if you don't like what's going to be on course. The last one, these are Cliff Shot blocks. A few different companies make these. Honey Stinger makes a version of these. I think Goo makes a version of these as well. A little bit more chewy, so if you don't like that gel consistency or that gel texture, grab some of these. Again, not too hard to carry on the run, and they taste good. They taste like a little bit more dense, like fruit snack, like you'd give your kids. So I recommend all these products. They're all good. They all work. It just depends on what you like flavor-wise, which is why I definitely recommend testing some things out. The last tip, and I kind of hit on this a little bit already, is carry it with you. So carry a handheld. If you're planning on being out there a little bit longer, let's say you're running the marathon or walking the marathon, I would even go so far as carrying a hydration vest so you can carry enough water with you that you don't have to rely on the aid stations. If you're dead set on not carrying something with you or not carrying a bottle of any kind, my recommendation would be to walk the aid stations, especially if you haven't practiced being able to take water or take whatever their nutrition hydration drink is on the course. If you haven't practiced that and really gotten it down, I would walk the aid stations. I would give up that 15 seconds or 20 seconds that you're going to be slower than running through the aid stations if it meant getting enough calories and enough water, hydrating enough during those aid stations. So forgive a little bit of time in the aid stations to feel a whole heck of a lot better the last 6 miles of the race. I've hit the wall numerous times in marathons, and I would say more often than not it's because of improper fueling, improper hydration, and if you can solve those things by just making a few tweaks while you're out there on the course, like walking the aid stations, it's well worth it and what you're going to make up in time those last 6 miles of the race. So those are my tips. Again, just to recap: eat the morning of, wake up early and eat the morning of. 2, try it on race day, or try it before race day so that on race day you know what's going to be out there, and if it's not going to be what you like, you can create an alternate plan. And 3, carry it with you, and if you're not going to carry it with you, I'd recommend walking the aid stations. Those are my 3 tips. I'd love to hear anything that's worked really well for you guys, so definitely give a comment, and I'll be checking those out. And until next time, we'll see you on the road.